We're back again!
Hello, once more.
We're moving into depression now.
Oh, we're going to have even more depression.
Moving on from depression.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. So yeah, restart route. Let's just fucking move into it.
Hold on to your bum holes, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, I meant it when we're moving into depression for a bit at least.
Well, yeah, I can only be here for a little bit longer.
Oh. Wow.
Well, like an hour or so.
Well, you can do that.
Should be enough. Like, the rest can just like check out the video as well. Increase viewership. Jokes. See you soon, Nene. I pulled the trigger off my gun and thrust deep into his chest. Yes, I am become Nene. I can feel the tears dripping down my own cheeks. Still, I keep my face in a smile. I must keep my promise to Shuji. Put all the sadness and pain within my heart into the finger I'm pulling the trigger. Shuji's body bends back upon impact, his arms still around me. The light radiating from my body intensifies and my vision becomes a blur of white. Immediately after, I feel my consciousness being ripped away forcibly from this warmth of the person I love so dearly. Chapter 00, by the way.
I noticed that. Goose Eggs chapter. Oh my word. What kind of lamp design is that?
A fucking weird one. Awakened to find myself lying atop a bed. I have to wonder if is traveling back to the past truly possible? Maybe that was just a dream. Maybe I'll get up now, go to school, and everything will be back to normal. But only a moment after thinking that, I noticed something. The room I had when I lived with my mom and dad before they got divorced. Swiftly checked my own body, only to see that, indeed, it's not the same. I'm much smaller than I was just moments ago. Before I can finish my sentence, I take notice of something I've been holding in my clenched fist. Slowly open my hand to see. No, just casually fucking transdimensional, trans fucking temporal fucking phone call.
ねね、きっと大丈夫だよ。君はちゃんと幸せになれる。はい、ありがとうございます。
After that, both her image and voice fade away. I'm back to being in this room, but I'm not living alone anymore. This is my room from when I still lived together with my mom and dad, all three of us. I also have Shuji's fragments inside my hand. The shard is a little bigger than I expected. Why, no, it's only because my hands have gotten smaller. Close my hand once more, so I take in the sensation of the fragments.
ちゃんとある。かけらはちゃんとある。それに温かい。こうしてると修二君のぬくもりを思い出せるみたい。
It's not an illusion or anything of the sort. So everything that happened was entirely real. It wasn't a dream.
私は本当に戻った。
Aww.
Head-patable.
Highly head-patable, even.
Very nice.
戻ったんですね。ダメ。ちゃんと約束したのに。私。
Just having this shard isn't enough. It's not nearly enough. I want to feel his actual warmth. I want him to wrap his arms around me and make me feel safe and secure. Now that I'm really here, all sets in. Can't go back and the tears don't stop coming. I thought I had let all my emotions out already. I truly did. But now that I'm alone, now that there's nobody to see me cry my eyes out, all the emotions that I'd kept inside me come bursting through. I sob loudly and without reserve, like a small child separated from their parents. Sorry I couldn't keep my promise, Shuji. So I'll start smiling again tomorrow. So please, just give me this one day to let it all out. Telling myself that excuse, I continued bawling noisily.
ねえねえ、一体どうしたの？急に大声で泣き出すなんて。
何か怖い夢でも見たのかい、ねね。
My parents suddenly burst into the room, startled by my sobbing. They did their best to comfort me, and seeing them with each other brings joy to my heart. But they can't provide me with the warmth I desire most of all right now. So the tears keep coming and coming. And thus I began the first day of my second life with tears in my eyes, but only for that day alone. The day following, I decided to get myself together and move forward. I had to seize the happiness I desired. I had to meet my beloved again, like I'd promised him. The days went on as I relived my life with my parents.
I wonder if she took with her the intelligence she gained in that time. In the previous stretch.
I mean, I would fucking assume so.
Great, that'll set her up in better stead.
As I remembered things, they were constantly fighting and bickering when I was this age. House atmosphere was always somewhat tense, and any time my parents met eyes, a frown would form on their faces.
Oi, 食器片付けないのか。
Well, that's a fucking arsehole.
後でちゃんとやります。私だって働いているんです。疲れているんですよ。
家事はお前の仕事だろう。
別にそんなことは決めていないはずです。少しぐらい手伝ってくれてもいいんじゃありませんか？
The only words they exchanged with one another were bitter, acid-laced remarks. As I saw it, they were so busy fighting with each other that they completely forgot about me. Anybody could have predicted their divorce. But this time, they're not like that.
おはようねね。
おはようねね。
行ってきますね。おとなしくしてるんですよ。お母さんはいつも通りの時間に帰宅しますから、泣いたりしないで待っているんですよ。
行ってくるよ。ちゃんとおとなしくしてるんだぞ。それからねね、今日遅くなるからね。
Just like my wish asked for, they're still together. They don't fight. But it doesn't go beyond just that. There's no tension between them anymore, but neither is there affection. They aren't spiteful towards each other, but neither are they kind. They never talk with one another. All conversations they have are through me. This is all the magic is capable of, and magic truly is weak.
離婚をなかったことにして、喧嘩をしない二人ともう一度やり直したいと願い、魔女になる契約を交わしている。
So yeah, added depression, her fucking wish did not fucking
Badly
work
phrased. Yeah.
out. It's exactly what Nano stated. Not a single thing more. Have been placed into a situation where they are neither divorced nor fighting. That doesn't mean that there's any love in their relationship. They are together. That's all. In the past, I thought everything would be perfect if I just had a chance to do things over again. Thought I could keep them together if I just noticed what was going on sooner. But I was so naive. That I've fallen in love with Shuji, I fully understand. They'd already given up on their relationship long ago. They've long since stopped trying to keep the flame of their love ablaze.
ただいまねね。
ただいまねね。
おやすみねね。
おやすみねね。
They always say those things to me, but never to each other. I don't know when this happened, when their relationship fell apart. Not that knowing would even do me any good. I wouldn't be able to change anything, but I know one thing, if nothing else. Neither of them are happy in this current situation. Honest to God, I feel like they actually start talking to each other more normally after they'd gotten the divorce. I mustn't forget, both of them found someone else after the divorce. They met someone that they could love and be happy with. Someone who they were willing to foster a relationship with and keep the flame of their love bright. Nothing good will possibly come of forcing them to keep their current relationship. I still remember how genuinely happy my dad looked with his new wife. It breaks my heart to see him so emotionless and empty with my mom now. What right do I have to rob them of happiness just so I can live in my silly fantasy land? What real point is there in delaying the inevitable?
私は誓いました。幸せになるって。でも私が望んだのはもっと温かいもの。今みたいな冷たいものじゃありません。こんな形だけにこだわったものじゃないんです。でもそれはもう無理なんですよね。二人はもう一緒に幸せになるための努力をしていないんですから。それに離婚せずに今のまま形だけの関係を続けるなら未来が大きく変わってしまう。もしかしたらそれが大きな影響をもたらしてあの人と出会うことができなくなる可能性も皆無とは言えません。
Depression!
私は
Oops.
It's far too late for regrets. I've already gone through with it. I've tossed away everything to return to the past. Still though, there's something I have to do. Can't sit still and wait. I have to seize the life that I want with my own hands. If it means feeling his warmth once more, then I'll happily bear a little bit of
お
pain.
父さん、お母さん。
ん？どうかしたのか？
どうかしたの？
話があるんです。
After that, I told them everything I'd been thinking about. I said it was hard for me to watch things as they were between them. That I didn't want them to... I wanted to force them to be together if that wasn't what they truly wanted. Finally, that I wanted them to talk and be upfront with each other about how they feel. They listened to everything I had to say and took it seriously. They then discussed it, and the result was what I expected. The only matter of contention was how to go about the divorce. None of them expressed any desire to stay together or work to improve their relationship. I suppose it only goes to show how distant they've become by now. It didn't take long before the divorce became official, and for my dad to take custody of me. Oddly enough, their divorce this time came about a month later than their first one. That worked out perfectly. The magic only suppressed their true thoughts and prevented the first divorce from reoccurring. Nothing really went differently with this divorce that I suggested. Following their separation, we moved out of the house we had been living in together as a family. So I went, along with my father, to that town. This town should be like home to me, but it just feels different for some reason.
Also,
So-
it's different. There's no Maya or Ria or Kunihiro in the background.
Why, yes, indeed. It's fucking empty. Like my soul. Wait, what? It still feels nostalgic, but the stores around town have changed. Or accurately, haven't changed yet. He's out there somewhere in this town. My love. The shard I'm holding in my hand almost seems to have gotten hotter. Or maybe it's just my
家
imagination.
の場所聞いておくべきでした。
Yep. To the attentive, she never went to his place.
Oh, yeah.
She's the only heroine who never goes to his place before the end of her route.
Oh.
Of course, she's. I don't remember if she actually goes to his place in this in the restart route.
Huh.
Huh.
Well, we'll find out.
Aw.
Oh.
Spent many a time at my apartment, but once I'd been to his house.
今更になって思うことばっかりです。
Should have asked her about so much more. What middle school he went to, the kind of life he had growing up. Would have such an easier time locating him if I'd only thought to learn a bit more about his life. Went to the past without that thought even crossing my mind. I was too busy thinking of how to spend all my remaining minutes and days with him. I did vaguely envision meeting him again at Himematsu. But I'm still years away from that.
数年もかかるんですね。
ねえねえ、どうかしたのか？
いえ、何でもありません。
The idea of having to wait so many years is overwhelming and scary. Things are different this time, though. All I did before was think about the happy family life I thought I would have with my mom and dad. But now I'm thinking towards the future. I have an objective I want to accomplish. Just knowing that is enough to fill me with strength and encourage me to persevere. Which, by the way, this is like where I feel she is best girl. Because she's like, even after being sent back to the past and risking with the like delayed divorce that she could potentially never meet, she stays fucking loyal.
Yeah.
Like, she is not giving up, and that is impressive and respectable.
Yeah.
After about a year or so of living here together with my dad, I've begun to notice something. He's been noticeably more cheerful. It's almost like he's enjoying life now. If I was still the person I used to be, I would have never registered that change, but I have now. Additionally, no reason to doubt why.
実は会ってほしい人がいるんだ。
Things have been going on like this for some time when suddenly he says those words to me. Still remember when he said them to me the first time. Of course, this person requires no introduction. I already know who she is.
はじめましてねねちゃん。新田和美と言います。
はじめまして。
I'm so glad that the voice of my parents happened later than the first one, but it seems my dad was still able to find
父さ
Nita.
ん、新田さんと今仲良くしてもらっていてな。実はねねさえ良ければ結婚を考えているんだが。ねねはどう思う？
My answer in my heart is a resounding yes. Nita is a very sweet lady, and I know that she truly loves my dad. Likewise, he loves her, and is happy with her. There's no reason for me to say no. But I still remember the last time. I got angry and said no when he asked me the same question.
私のお母さんは一人だから。
I cruelly rejected her, using those words. Now, however, I want to give them my blessing. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me that felt conflicted. But I still want to heartily congratulate them. The problem, however, is that the future would change if I did that. They will get married regardless of what I say, but there's no telling how my actions may affect the future. Still, I just have to take that risk. I don't want to get in the way of their happiness just to support my childish fantasies. I feel that would, in turn, only bring me more misfortune.
私はお父さんが本当に好きならいいと思いますよ。
本当か？本当にいいと思ってくれるか？
はい、優しそうな人ですから。
よかった。ネネにそう言ってもらえて安心したよ。
これからよろしくね。仲良くしてくださいね。
よろしくお願いします。
My own heart pounded violently in my chest as I uttered those words. There's no going back now. The future changes. I'll just have to deal with it. But I'm through with regret. I don't want to finally meet my beloved again. I don't want to finally meet my beloved again, regretting the choices I've made to arrive there.
おめでとう、お父さん。
I give them my blessing, something I've never shown them in the past. A smile. Just like that, I've begun a new life I've never before experienced. We're one happy family now. Me, my father, Nita. No, my new mother. We had all lived together for a period of time last time, but if anything, I felt like a freeloader. I was in their house and living in the same space as them, but we were no
お
family.
はようございます。
おはよう。
Things are naturally a bit awkward, but it's a noticeable improvement from our prior relationship. Life goes on like this, with us slowly growing closer over time. Soon enough, the time has come for me to choose which school I want to advance to.
お父さん、今日はどこに行くんですか？
ああ、不動産屋だよ。思っていたんだが、3人で暮らすにはあの家じゃちょっと手狭だろう。だから引っ越しを考えているんだ。
そのことでネネちゃんに確認をしておきたいんだけれど、ネネちゃんはどこに進学するつもり？
ああ、そうだった。引っ越す先はネネの進学先によって選ぼうと思っていたんだよ。
もしもう希望する進学先が決まっているなら教えて。
姫松学院、ずっと昔から決めてました。私は姫松学院に進学します。
姫松？だが、ネネの成績ならもう少し上のところだって。
私は姫松がいいんです。姫松に行かないと。
まあいいじゃないですか。姫松だって悪いところじゃないんですから。
それはまあ。
それにネネちゃんがこんなに強く訴えることなんてめったにないんです。
確かに姫松がダメと言うつもりもないし。
あともう一つお願いがあるんです。私に一人暮らしをさせてくれませんか？
一人暮らし？
The reason I've given them was that I wanted to concentrate on my academics to get into a good university, but that's not my real reason. It's really just because I want to keep my future as close as possible to the one I remember. Dad was, of course, vehemently against it, but after pleading with him, he eventually relented on the condition that it's to be someplace close by. I've managed to snag the same room at the same apartment complex, and I've recreated everything as closely as I could to the best of my memory. Like, that chair is 1 centimeter too far to the left.
And we need to hide the dildo control better.
I mean, she doesn't have the dildo at this point yet.
Oh, yeah. Besides, I think it was an egg.
Yeah, it was an egg.
Yeah, forgot about that.
It was a rotor.
Dimitri!
Dimitri.
Fucking Richter scale.
Some of mine and Alpha's best work, that.
Yep. I know it may seem pointless, but I want to do everything I can. In my opinion, doing that is necessary to live a life without regrets.
いいかねね。何か困ったことがあったらすぐに家に来るんだぞ。ちゃんとネネの部屋も用意してあるから。
過保護すぎるのはよくありませんよ。ネネちゃんのことを信用してあげないと。でも本当に何かあったらちゃんと連絡をしてくださいね。
はい。
Thus, I began life at my old apartment again, belief that I've done everything I could. I've done my absolute best to seize my own happiness without trampling over everyone else's. Have I brought things at least a little closer to the future I wanted in the previous world, perhaps? Everything really is going well. Now all that comes is meeting him. I'm sure I'll see him soon.
とても静か。
It's only natural when you're living alone. It was always like this in the past. I'm used to this quietness.
慣れているはずなのに。
Being here all alone in this apartment, my heart aches. Never felt so much pain in my heart before.
これダメ。
This feeling is one I know all too well. I must acknowledge it. I must give in to it. But no matter how much I tell myself so, it's no use. Sad creeps up and slowly engulfs me. I want to hold it back. I don't want to cry. Yet the silence is clawing away at my heart with its icy fingers. Yet it stings so painfully.
泣いたりしない。
This apartment is still a place full of memories. It's not quite the same apartment that Chuji and I spent so much time together in. It has been countless years since. But even so, I still vividly remember it all. I can still see his smile, hear his laugh, feel so very clearly his warmth. Despite that, I'm still completely alone here.
我慢しなくちゃ。もう少し。本当にもう少しで会えるところまで来てるんだから。泣いたりしない。
I desperately force back my emotions while hugging myself tight. I will not cry. Almost there. Only have to wait a slight bit longer.
勉強しなくちゃ。
I pour all my efforts into studying from here on out. I already have high enough grades to be accepted at Himamatsu Academy, but still I continue to study. Can't risk failing the entrance exam. Both my teachers and my dad told me I should try for a better school, but my mind is set. My decision won't change even after all these years. Every single second of every single day I spend yearning to meet him again, longing for the day I can see his face once more. These emotions grow stronger by the day, but I must frantically keep them in check and focus solely on my studying. I have to do this, otherwise I will end up crushed by the overwhelming anxiety. What if I don't end up meeting him? What if the future's changed in some way? Should I devote myself to studying or push away those negative thoughts? That's the only thing I can do at this moment. So I desperately pour everything into the one thing connecting me to the future I desire. It's the day of the entrance exam, and I've managed to keep myself healthy, so I'm able to go and take it without a problem. The exam goes without a hitch. Sure enough, I've managed to pass it and be successfully admitted to Himamatsu Academy.
おめでとう、ネネちゃん。
入学式ちゃんと見てるからな。
The two of them are happy for me and celebrate my admission. It's something that didn't happen last time. But honestly, it was more so that I didn't allow them. As much as I'm happy about that, right now my heart is dominated by another emotion.
ようやくこれでようやく出会えるんですよね。
Imagine if she actually said that out loud and the father's just like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Yeah. Utter cluelessness.
お、あの子可愛くね。
Looks like someone wants to be beat!
Or, to quote I hate to sound like the Urukai, but looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Specifically him, not her, him. You don't need those. Your legs.
I mean, the Uruks in the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games are far better.
I admit I fell in love with that line.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not even part of the books. It's great.
Mm.
本当だ。あんなに可愛い子がいるなんて、姫松に入ってよかったかも。
あ、すごい可愛い女の子。
Currently standing in front of the school gate, scanning my fellow first years as they eye me in awe. See some students that I don't remember and others I do. But none of them are the one that I'm looking for. Why? Is it just that he hasn't arrived yet? Or maybe the future has changed. My heart is pounding in my chest. There's still time. The entrance ceremony hasn't started just yet. That's why he has to be. Drown out my negative thoughts by repeating over and over in my head that the bell hasn't rung yet. Don't want to consider it. Just can't. It can't be true. He has to be here. He has to be, but what if he's not? Before I know it, I'm digging my fingernails into the palms of my clenched hands. One of them is the shard, now warm. I raise my drooped head, and once more survey the students pouring into the school building. I won't give up. I will never give up. Even if he hasn't enrolled in the school by some chance, I will find him no matter what. Swiftly wipe away the tears beginning to well in my eyes and keep watching the incoming students without blinking. I've lost track of the time by now. The entrance ceremony only moments away, the influx of new students wearing their fresh uniforms has begun to dwindle. Suddenly my eyes fall on one particular male student. He's still a fair distance away, so I can't make out his face. But I know.
The Mr. Trick should have drawn up a sprite for him.
Huh?
The Mr. Trick, they should have drawn a sprite for him at this stage.
They should have. They should have. He has long bangs hanging down to his eyes and a somewhat hunched over, unsociable appearance. He's a little shorter than I remember him, but still I know. There's no mistaking him at all. That's him, my Shuji, my one and only, the person I've been waiting so long to see. And he's approaching me. Step by step, he edges closer to me. I'll be able to make out his face clearly once he's close enough. My vision, however, only gets blurrier by the second. Finally, I found him. After all these years of waiting, I finally get to see his face. The future's changed, but still I'm able to meet him again. I hold back the intense emotions about to burst from my chest. Long last. It wasn't easy. I've dreamed of this day for years now, and had to fight against the despair I felt thinking about what might happen if I didn't find him. But none of that matters anymore. I'm here. This is not a dream nor a delusion. My one and only is right here, walking before my eyes, just a few yards away. He's close enough that I could touch him if I only took a few steps forward and reached my hand out. He looks back at me, noticing that I'm staring at him, but ultimately ends up passing me by without saying a word. I was part of
Waited
me.
years for this moment just to get ignored. Why even live?
Oh,
That was a part of me who was holding on to a faint hope that maybe, just maybe, a miracle would occur and he'd remember everything. But the only thing he could feel and I could feel in the look he gave me was suspicion. It was nothing like that warm, gentle look he always used to give me. My chest tightens with frustration, anxiety, and other emotions I can't even identify. I clench my fists so much it hurts. In one of my hands is the shard of heart fragments I've yet kept and treasured all this time. It's small, but the warmth it provides is enough to spread throughout my entire body. Wistful, so very warm, enough to alleviate the pain I feel.
こうして出会えたんですから、再会できた奇跡だけで。
You're only going back to the past. I'll be able to meet again. Sure, once we do, I'll fall for you again. So remember those words he reassured me with. My Shuji may be a bit of a meanie, but he would never lie. Hold on. Hope is all around me, so I have all the reason in the world to smile. I wipe away my tears, put on the best smile I can muster, and look up towards the sky. Today I've dreamed of for so long is here. I could finally begin my life anew. Note the chapter number.
1-1.
We back at the start.
Oh God.
It happened during lunch break as I was walking back to class from the restroom. Carried by the chilly autumnal winds, a cute voice calls out to me from behind. What is it? Turn around to find a girl from my class looking up at me with glossy eyes. Cute looks have won over every guy in our class. Summer break behind us, and September looming. Unforgettable bonds have been forged between many of us. So this cute girl stopping me can only mean one thing.
私ね、図書委員で今日中に終わらせなきゃいけない仕事があるんだけど、どうしても外せない大切な用事があるの。だから本当にごめんなんだけど、私の仕事変わってくれないかな。
I hope you weren't expecting a confession. Probably girls have better things to do than ask out a nobody like me. Doing something with your family or something?
というか、私の将来に関わる問題かな。
Okay, hope you snag yourself a doctor. Oh wow, sounds serious.
そうなの、大変なんだよ。だから本当にごめんなんだけど、変わってくれないかな。お願い。
She tilts her head to the side and looks at me with puppy dog eyes while playfully sticking out her tongue. I'm well aware of how phony her cutesy expression is. I know it's phony. That doesn't change how cute I still think it is. I don't know anything about library committee work.
それは平気。図書室に新しい本が入ったんだけど、その本を検索できるようにパソコンに打ち込むだけだから。
Oh, you're registering books into the library catalog, huh? Well, I guess it can't be that hard if it's just simple data entry.
ということで、変わってもらえない？お願い、この通り。
Okay, I'll do it if that's all there is to it. Hold on.
本当？ありがとう。やっぱり星野くんって頼りになるね。
It's no big deal.
放課後よろしくね。図書室に行けば教えてくれる人がいるから。
Okay. Girl happily skips her way back to our classroom. Being used, aren't I? I really wish I could just learn how to say no.
よ、こんなところで何してるんだ?
Being a pushover like always. Like imagine if someone like walks over to you, like, hey, what you doing over here? You just look him dead in the eye, being a pushover like always.
I would just be a bit tragic.
Highly. Nothing special.
その反応。また何か変なことを引き受けたな、お前。お前な、ちゃんと断ることも覚えないと、いつかもっと大きなものを押し付けられるかもしれないぞ。
I know, and I do want to turn them down.
思ってるだけじゃ何も変わらないんだって。
Painfully honest.
なんだったら、俺が言ってやろうか。
I appreciate the offer, but I'm managed, and I'm not some little kid.
むしろガキの方がちゃんと意思を伝えようとすると思うぞ。
Touche. I'll be more careful from now on.
毎度毎度同じことを言いはするんだけどな、お前。
I've had this habit since basically forever. Pretty hard for me to just get it over at the drop of a hat.
ほんと、女子の間でも結構話題になってるよ、星名のこと。
Huh? Mean as the reliable guy?
便利な男って。
That's weird. I thought thought for sure guys who don't say no to girls' requests would be popular.
You say this again, that just makes you a moist towelette.
むしろバカじゃない？
Man, it stings when you say that so bluntly. You really brushed me off.
でも星名、これは真面目な忠告として、人の頼みをちゃんと断れるようにならないと良くないよ。さっきの噂も本当なんだからね。
お前みたいなタイプは甘い顔を見せたらつけ込まれるんだからな。
Think I'll get taken advantage of? I'm just exaggerating.
そういう甘い考えでいるから余計につけ込まれるんだよ。
星名は甘い。女の子の本性ってのは男の子の想像の斜め上を行く生き物なんだから。
Oh, are you sure about that? Oh, great temptress Wakana.
Yeah.
Don't scare me.
それぐらいの覚悟で挑めってこと。わかった？
Yeah, I guess. Doesn't that mean you're frightening and manipulative too, Kariya?
そりゃあ、ねえ。私だって女だもの。本性の一つや二つぐらい隠しているもんさ。私ぐらいになると、男はコロコロと転がしまくりさ。
Really now? I think it's safe to say she's all manipulative and could be even if she wanted to.
何その目は。何か言いたいことでも？
This is where you lean in and in
nothing.
a deep Christopher Judge voice say, "No, you're an absolute sweetheart."
Why? Makes no
To
sense.
unnerve them. I know. My goals are beyond your
Boy.
understanding.
That makes no sense.
My goals are beyond your understanding.
けどさ、女子に本性があるんだとしても、さすがに綾地さんは別じゃない？それとも、綾地さんも斜め上を行っちゃうの？
Actually, I've been in a class with her, so I wouldn't be able to say what kind of person she is. I hear that she's supposedly very kind and generous. Add on to that, her stellar looks, and anyone could see why she's the most popular girl on our grade level.
ああ、彼女は確かに別かも。誰にでも分け隔てない、裏表のない性格だと思うよ。
そっか。やっぱり綾地さんみたいに綺麗な子は心も綺麗なんだな。
それは何かね。私の心は汚いと。
I quote a line from SMT4. This woman has come into contact with Tokyo's manga and has become tainted. I think it was something along those lines.
Also, Wacken, a bad choice of words there. Don't say anything to do with taint or tainted, because people will start to think it's something about that time of month.
There we go. This is it. This woman has come into contact with Tokyo's manga. She's unclean and would lead we righteous ones astray.
Right. That works. How?
MG4 is weird. I say, having never played it. Anyways.
いや、ね、別にそんな意味で言ったわけじゃないから怖い顔しないでくれます？
Oh, please, we all know we are into it.
そういえば、前に星名は綾地さんのことが苦手とか言ってなかった？
なぬ？聞き捨てならないな。綾地さんみたいな完璧な女の子のどこが嫌だと言うんだ？
I don't necessarily think she's a bad person. There's just something about her. Like her vibe, maybe? I don't know how to explain it. I feel like she's giving me these weird looks every now and then.
妙な視線だ。
星名ってそんなに自意識過剰だっけ？
Nah, it's not like that. It's more like. Oh, well, just forget it.
だいたい星名って綾地さんとなんか関係があったっけ？
Nope. Never shared a class with her, and we've never spoken.
だったらお前のことを見る理由はどこにあるんだ？
I don't got a clue, dude. That's why I said it was weird.
お前の勘違いなんじゃねえの？
ああ、あれだ。たまに偶然目があっただけで自分のことを見てたって意識しちゃうやつだ。
I'm not some crazy idol fan, guys. I'd never make that mistake. After all, I have the ability to perceive people's feelings through my 5 senses. So I get tipped off when someone's looking my way. Just 100% not... It's 100% not just my imagination, but still I have zero clue why she'd be looking at me. I've ruminated about it long and hard, but I'm positive we've never met, yet she gazes strongly at me. To make things worse, I sense a complex mix of emotion in her gaze, like sadness, loneliness, anger, and also longing. That only makes the mystery greater. Look, the point is, I don't know what to make of her. That, and we've never talked. Since we're in different classes, I don't even have any opportunities to talk to her.
俺もできれば綾地さんといろいろお話ししたい。
男子だとね、競争率高いもんね。綾地さんと話をする機会って大抵の男子は常に伺ってるもんね。むしろ星名みたいなタイプは珍しいというか、貴重な存在だね。
まったくだ。だいたい綾地さんみたいな人苦手とか言ったら一体どんな？
私のことを呼びましたか？
おっ！綾地さん！
すみません。名前が聞こえたのでつい。
ああ、いや、気にしないで。それに別に話してたってわけでもないから。
そうですか。
There it is again. There's no one else she could be looking at but me. And it's noticeably different than how she eyed Kaido and Kariya. Ayachi. I know this might sound rude coming out of the blue, but do you need something from me?
言いたいことですか？
I don't know, I just get the feeling you've been looking at me, so I figured maybe you wanted to tell me something?
いえ、別に何もありませんよ。ちなみに星名くんは私に言いたいことはありませんか？
Huh? Not, really?
そうですか。それならいいんです。嘘つき。
What?
いえ、何でもありませんから気にしないでください。
Yeah, understandably, she would be pissed after all this time. Like, at
All that
least
effort for
mildly.
this.
Like, at least mildly peeved.
Women always be getting mad at men for something that ain't their fault.
Did her eyes change there for a moment, or was that just me? She looked a little angry. Also, did you just call me a liar? But that only happened for a split second. Maybe I just didn't see it right, and also misheard what she said. If all the rumors make her out, I can't possibly imagine her saying something that mean-spirited. She appears to be the modest type, innocent and 100% pure. Forget about full-on sex. She's the kind of girl who'd probably never even touched herself. Ha!
This man is
Ha!
so
Ha! 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 Good joke.
very funny. Humorous, indeed.
Break out the oh really face.
There's no way a girl like her, like that, would glare at me, and much less call me a liar.
ところでカリアさん、例の件ですが。あ、バッチリ。いいところを紹介してもらったよ。ありがとね。いえ、大したことはしてませんが、お役に立てたならよかったです。また何かあれば部室に来てください。ありがとう。でもあとは私が頑張って仕事を続けるのみだから。
I think the K wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, a bit of a mistype.
どうしたのかい？
一体何の話？それに部室って。
ああ、それは あやちさん。
I just looks at her. No, it's fine. Why haven't you told Toshina yet? Go ahead, tell him right now, please do.
In as many details as you wish.
In fact, tell him to go there right today, right this afternoon, without fucking break, like without pause, immediately, no hesitation, just go there. Just increasingly aggressive.
Yeah.
構いませんよ。部活のことは不用意に噂を広げるようなことさえなければ。
何秘密の話？
そんな仰々しいことではなくて、私がオカ系に所属してるというだけですよ。
Cultism, let's go.
Oh, see, you mean the occult club?
うちにそんな部活があったなんて初耳だな。
私たちが入学する前から存在していた部なんですよ。でも今の部員は私だけですが。
オカケンってやっぱり幽霊？
いえ、私は占いを。オカルトといっても幅は広いですからね。で、あやちさんは占いとともに部室で人生相談をしてくれてるというわけ。
So I guess you went and asked for her help on something?
へえ、若菜ちゃんに悩みがあるなんて意外だな。
カイドウにだけは言われたくないよ。って言っても大層な話でもないんだけどね。欲しいものがあるけどお金がないっていうだけ。で、試しに相談してみたらバイト先を紹介してくれてね。ギターが欲しいんですよね。
Ah, you can play the guitar.
弾けるんだな、実は。と言っても言うほどの腕じゃないけどね。
Anyways, he's Wonderwall.
もともとはお父さんがバンドをやってたらしいんだけどね。使わなくなったギターを見つけて、それ以来教えてもらってるんだ。
A meme song until Darude Samstorm threw it off the throne.
しかしギターが高くってさ。
And that's why he went to Aichi. Let's see.
そういうこと。
へえ、ギターか。懐かしいな。
カイドウもギターを弾けるの？
コード弾きぐらいならなんとか。ギターはちょっと触ったことある程度かな。
カイドウくんはドラムですからね。
Too much.
カイドウがドラム？
Whoops. Seriously?
ああ、確かに夏休み前までドラムをやってたけど、なんであやちさんが知ってるの？
それは
もしかしてライブハウスに来てくれたとか？いやでもあやちさんみたいな美人が来てくれてたら絶対に忘れないと思うんだよな。
Ayachi, it's time to use the ancient art of pocket sand.
Or just a smoke grenade, or a very large South African pattern flashbang, which blasts twice, and then run.
その程度の人数しかいなかったし、本当なんで？
Pocket sand.
それはですね。
Bullshit your way through.
から、占いです。占いで分かったんですよ。
Combination.
マジかよ。占いすげえ。俺ちょっと占いを侮ってたよ。まさかそんなことまでわかるだなんて。
女子の間では結構当たるって評判なんだよ。あやちさんの占いって。
Really? That's neat.
もしよかったら星名くんもどうですか？
You mean an action prediction?
はい、どうでしょうか。何か子供の頃からずっと悩んでることがあったりしませんか？
By God, you'd think we were at a fucking angler tournament with how much she's fishing.
Oh dear.
Bro, you're just upset. You're just
もし
upset
そう
that
いう
she
悩
is
み
on
があれ
top
ば
of her game right now.
話すだけでも楽になると思います。
Without using
気が
grenades.
向けばいつでも部室に来てください。
What the? Did you just say what I think she did? Those words were pretty insinuated. Tell me she's noticed. Actually, what exactly did you mean by that?
いえ、悩 思っただけで深い意味はありませんよ。
Most
Like-
definitely was no
Like,
deeper.
that line right here was polite for, excuse me, what the fuck? Okay, then.
ねえ、もしかしてそれも占いで何か出てたとか？そうですね、そんな感じです。あやちさん、実は今日の数学でわからないところがあって教えてくれない？今日当てられるんだよね。あ、はい、構いませんよ。やった、ありがとう。それじゃあ皆さん、また。またね。
Oh, she keeps throwing glances at me as she walks off. She want to say something more. Oh, she ultimately leaves, being pulled away by her friend. Now, to add on to the looks, there's what she's just said to me. Must be some meaning to everything. My ability, though, doesn't allow me to actually read people's thoughts, so it wouldn't do me any good with regards to this.
もったいない。せっかくあやちさんの方から誘ってくれてるのに。
What can I say?
悩みとか適当でいいんだって。とりあえず占ってもらって二人っきりの時間を過ごせばいいのに。ああ、もったいないもったいない。
She's helping people out of the kindness of her heart. It's just wrong to go there with ulterior motives.
そんなことだからあやちさんもカイドウには声をかけなかったんじゃない？
Doesn't need a crystal ball or cards to figure out that.
No.
そこまではっきり言われると結構へこむな。
あ、星名？顔を歪めたりしてどうしたの？
Yeah, it's nothing. Say that, but my back actually stings like hell right now. Only thanks to the jealous stares I'm getting after talking to Ayachi. Boy, she really is popular with the guys. Envy-ridden gazes form around us, honing in on me. It seriously hurts a lot. Like there was chat with her in the hallway. Damn. Let's hurry to the classroom. Class is about to start.
そうだな。
ああ、そうだ。二人に言っておくべきことがあるんだ。さっきのあやちさんのおかけんの話だけど。
Didn't you mention she didn't want us spreading it around thoughtlessly?
そう、それそれ。おかけんってあやちさん一人でさ、噂が広まったりしたら下心しかない男どもが殺到するに決まってる。
Yeah, so guys like Kaido, gotcha.
まあ否定はしないが。
Very decent
そ
of
ん
you.
な獣どもが押しかけたらあやちさんの迷惑になるからね。それに相談したくても尻込みしちゃう子も出てくるかもしれないでしょ。だからこの件は内密にね。
わかった。絶対に言わない。他の男どもが知らない秘密を知ってるのは気分がいいしな。
I can understand that feeling.
とにかく男どもに噂を広げないように。ああ、でも本気で悩んでる人がいたら別ね。
おう、わかった。
I'll keep my mouth shut too. Still, what was up with that?
はい、どうでしょうか。何か子供の頃からずっと悩んでることがあったりしませんか？
That's how you know about me. I did tell people about my ability back when I was a kid, but no one believed me. After the war, it caused my dad. I kept quiet about it since. I also never knew Aichi from before coming here, so that can't be it. We've never been in the same class. We aren't exactly close to it or anything. No matter how I think about it, what she said can't be related to my ability. But then what was she meaning when she said that? Well, it could always be a pure coincidence. Regardless of whether her divination is accurate or not. Guess it's better avoid contact with her. Can't just come clean and tell her about my ability. Really don't want word about that getting out. So yeah, pretty sure my relationship with Aichi will never evolve beyond what it is now. Just two people who go to the same school. Pain. We'll probably have nothing to do with one another for the rest of our lives.
This fool.
I'm going to jump into the game now and hit him with my horsewhip.
That's
Horse
rather
whip.
fucking merciful.
We want him
Merciful.
alive to finish the game.
Well, yeah, he
Merciful.
doesn't need his legs.
What about his legs? You don't need those.
Like, come on, just like break one kneecap, it'll fucking heal in time.
Just IRA a kneecap. Yeah, sure.
Now then. That school finally lets out. I grab my book bag and stand up from my seat.
星名くんごめんね用事さえなければちゃんと出たんだけど
It's no big deal.
I just got a premonition of impending doom.
See you later. Whoops.
で、結局仕事は変わったままか。
I already said yes, so I can't just change my answer on her now.
そりゃ、そういうこともあるだろうけど。
Besides, it's all simple stuff. Don't worry about it.
まあいいけどさ。何かあったらいつでも言えよ。
ねえ星名なんだったらその仕事手伝ってあげようか
仕方ね。俺も付き合ってやってもいいぞ。
I appreciate it, guys, but I'll really be fine. You probably have better things to do with your time anyways.
そう言うと思った
お前こういう時に絶対人の手を借りないよな。
Really? I'm not trying to snub you guys, but isn't it normal for me to not want my friends taking time out of their schedule to help me do something I agreed to? All I'm honestly doing today is entering some data into the database. It's better that I do it alone if anything. But if something like that does happen again, I'll be sure to come to you too.
というか、たまには断れってば。
Ah, right. I keep that in mind.
言ってるだけで頼まれたらまた引き受けて次も一人でやってそうな気がする
She sighs, and then the two of them look at me with exasperation. Well, I gotta head to the library now. See you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. I flee the classroom in a hurry. I make straight for the second building and climb this flight of stairs. After arriving on the top floor, I walk onward to the library, located furthest in the back. On my way there, one of the doors catches my eyes. Oh, so there's where the cult club is. No surprise I wouldn't know. I rarely ever come to the second building except for when class calls for it. I'll not have any problems to go to her with. Better hurry on to the library and get this over with. Excuse me! But don't come here and register some new books into the library catalog. Hold on. Your itchy life suffering. The member on duty promptly responds to me. She was a little unhappy about me filling in for someone without prior notice, but realized what's done was done, so she taught me how to enter the books. Just like I was told, it was a very simple work. I open the registry window and proceed to fill out the different fields.
それじゃあここにある分は全部お願いね
Sure. Which there's around 50 books. Very boring, cumbersome work, but since I agreed to it, I have to do it.
Don't tell me she's going to use the same strategy.
I was about to say that was my feeling of impending doom beforehand.
And give my back a good stretch. My chair creaking underneath me. Almost there. It's about 10 books left. Man, that's pretty late already. The committee girl really looks like she wants to go home, so the bitterness inside my mouth must be. You can just leave things here to me if you want. I doubt anyone is gonna come by this late anyway, and I can return the key to the faculty room myself once I'm
で
done.
も当番は私であなたは図書委員じゃありませんし
I'm a library committee substitute today. It'll be alright. Probably.
そうかな
Her expression relaxes a little. Looks like I'm managing to persuade her. I'll be done here in no time anyway. As long as you get everything besides locking the room, you'll be fine.
そうだよねそれじゃあ鍵はこれだから他は全部しておくから最後だけよろしくね
Will do.
あとその PC も落としておいてもらえる？
Yeah, of course. I won't forget. Take care on your way home.
ありがとう。それじゃあお先にね。
I feel a little better. Now then, there's no reason to rush myself anymore, but I don't want to stay here forever. Let's get this over with. Continue typing the data in the same pace. Then eventually, I finally register the last book and... click, clack, BAM! Slam on that enter button and finish with a triumphant pose. Wow, that was embarrassing.
ねえ星名、なんだったらその仕事手伝ってあげようか？
仕方ね。俺も付き合ってやってもいいぞ。
Again, enough to offer. Why not take it? If you keep this up, I wouldn't blame them for not wanting to be my friend anymore. I understand that I need to get better, but still. I just always opt to do things myself instead of taking people up on their kindness. I can never translate my desire to change into action. I really want to be a better person. Maybe if there was something to give me a little push in that direction, would I be able to change then? But I can't just bank on something like that happening. I need to put in effort myself. I really need to fundamentally change who I am. Following that thought, my eyes wandered to the rows of large bookshelves. There's some self-help books here. I think I'll come back on another date. Check out what kind of books they have here. But checking out what kind of books they have here could be a good way to kill some time. After leaving, I make sure to lock the door behind me. There we go. We're all good. Now to bring the key back to the faculty room, and I'll be all done. What should I make for dinner today? Gotta go do some shopping first. Right, I need fruits too. After leaving the club room, I don't head the usual direction towards the school entrance, but instead in the direction of the library. Put my hands on the door knob, try to turn it, but there's a slight problem.
開かない。もう閉まってる。今日じゃなかったんでしょうか。
Was the day in the previous world when Shuji-kun stumbled upon me masturbating. What day was it? I can't remember the exact date, but I do remember that was on the day where I talked to Kaido and Karia. I think Shuji filled in for Octa. That's why he was here. The library should, for all reasons, still be open now. The door's locked. I can't get inside, and all my hopes are betrayed.
やっぱり未来が変わっちゃってるんですよね。
The first change was that we didn't end up in the same class. Does this all come about because I acknowledged Nita as my new mother? Or was it because the divorce happened later than the first one? Was it because I studied more and got better grades? Or honestly, maybe it's simply because I have my memories from before. I can think of no short number of reasons that could have caused the future to change, but none of them I can do anything to change at this point. Finally found him. He's right in front of my eyes yet. I can tell Shuji is avoiding me. I must go every day, and the school so full of memories with him. I can't touch him. It's heart-rending.
こんなの痛すぎますよ。
I'm doing everything I can to reclaim the future I had, but nothing is working. That's also why I'm in the OC again. I have no need for the fragments whatsoever. Can't even collect them if I wanted to. But I felt bad thinking about what would happen to all those students I'd once helped. I was afraid of what might happen in the future if I chose to ignore them. That's why I joined the club and resumed activities. But truly, nothing is more unbearable than being in that room alone. Not just because I miss Shuji. There's no Inaba, Shiba, Togakushi. I have so many fond memories there with all of them.
嘘つき。嘘つき。
This is big pain!
Despair.
Oh dear.
It's like the reason why I said to prepare a large amount of time being a parent now.
Regret.
Yep.
Regret.
Glad y'all agree with me here.
Hmm.
好きになるって。出会えば私のことを好きになるって言ったくせに。そんなこと全然ないじゃないですか。
1.5 years have already gone by without change.
一体いつになったら好きになってくれるんですか。バカバカ。
Feel like they translated that not entirely
Wrong.
correctly.
Yeah, she's calling him an idiot.
What am I supposed to do? I don't even remember how he fell in love with me in the first place, so how am I supposed to make this happen again?
もう私にできることなんて。サノバウィッチ。
Adorable. Still
How
depression,
will that
though.
actually happen?
Waking up the usual time. I hop out of bed and get dressed. Gotta make breakfast now. Morning.
おはよう。昨日はどうだった？
Just fine. I was done with everything before sunset.
おはよう、星田くん。
Oh, hey,
昨日は
Acta.
ごめんね。急にお仕事を代わってもらっちゃって。
Great. Finished everything without hitch, so you're all
あ、
set.
本当？ありがとう。
Did everything go alright at your thing yesterday?
おかげさまで。あ、そうだ。お礼にクッキーを焼いてきたから食べて食べて。手作りだよ。
Yeah, thanks.
あのよ、秋田。断らない習字も悪いと思うけど、そういう仕事はちゃんと自分でするべきだろう。
それは分かってるし、星名くんには悪いと思ってるよ。でも昨日は本当に特別な日だったの。レアだったの。病院だったの。
Hospital rare?
Hospital rare. Is that your way of saying that it was a physician that there was a physician at the mixer? That's pretty impressive.
Hospital rare.
I still love that.
Lel.
What in the world is hospital rare?
I mean, I would assume for most
Question.
people, trips to the hospital are quite rare.
Mm-hmm.
合コン？何のこと？全然わかんない。とにかく昨日はありがとね。
She smiles cheerfully, then quickly takes her leave.
バレても笑顔を崩さない
He
あ
has
たり
no
がさすがだ
recognized
な。
meaning. She pulled that out of thin air.
Yes, that hospital, whatever mixer went great for her.
成功した分、お前はもっと文句を言ってもよかったと思うけど、ま、嫌味は言ったからよしとしておこう。
I can at least do that. Just hope it teaches her a lesson. But hey, I got some cookies out of it this time, so it's all good.
それって露骨な、家庭的な私って素敵アピールじゃね。
Doesn't change how happy it was.
気持ちはわかる。計算だとか分かっていても、嬉しいもんは嬉しいんだよな。
おはよ
Morning.
おはよう、若菜ちゃん。
う。二人とも何の話をしてたの？
It's the simple-minded nature of men.
何それ？はあ、もしかして女子には言えないようなエロい話？
But be honest, y'all. If you were part of this friend group, would you
Uh-huh.
talk about porn with Wakana around?
No.
Yes.
Honestly,
Simply.
probably would.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
She has,
She's-
well, yes, she's a cute girl, and she's, like, adorable in her
She-
route. At
she
like,
has
at this
bro
point in the
energy.
story, she has serious dude bro energy.
Bro.
Exactly. She would probably bust out what she watches, bro. She'd tell you.
Like, oh, that's you fuck watching that shit. That's fucking baby garbage. Like, here, let me fucking show you this, and she just fucking pulls out a fucking whole ass collection out of her back. Like, that's the shit. Go watch it. Oh, let's go to your. Let's all meet up at your place today, and we'll watch it together. It's a fucking marathon.
男には女に言えない秘密があるものなんだよ。別にエロくはないけどね。
なんか怪しい。
He's eyeing us dubiously, but unfortunately for her, she doesn't get the chance to pursue things further.
おーい若菜ちゃん。何？お客さんだよ。お客？
Karia turns her eyes to see Ayachi.
どうしたの、あやちさん。ちょっとお話がありまして。今いいですか？それはもちろん構わないけど。何？もしかしてアルバイトのことで何かあるの？いえ、それとは関係のない話で、カリアさんにお願いがありまして。うん。私にできることなら。それじゃあ、ちょっとこっちに。え？でも、もうすぐチャイムが。すぐに済みますから、お願いします。
Ayachi pulls Karia by the hand and they both exit the classroom.
何だったんだ？
No idea. Maybe some kind of girls only conversation.
それってなんだか胸がときめくな。恋愛話とかかな。
I don't think they're that good of friends. Still, I didn't know Karia went to consult Ayachi either. Could be that they're actually pretty close and I just never know.
というか、あやちさんや若菜ちゃんって好きな相手がいるのかな？二人ともそういう雰囲気はあんまりないけど。
Who knows? I don't know much about Ayachi, but I do hang around Karia a decent bit. She rarely talks about romance. Plus, when she does, I never perceive anything special. So Karia probably doesn't have one. But what about Ayachi?
あ、もう帰ってきた。案外早かったな。何の用だった？
ああ、うん。ちょっと伝言を頼まれただけ。
伝言？わざわざ若菜ちゃんに頼むのはなんで？
それは言わない約束だから。ちなみに、その相手も教えないよ。
秘密にされると余計に気になるな。
おっと、ほら、チャイムも鳴ったんだから、話はおしまい。
まあ、仕方ないか。
Kaido let out a disappointed sigh before returning to his seat. Alright, guess I'll give it a mine, too.
おーっと、星名はちょい待ち。
Hold up, bitch! Before I even have the time to react, he's moved close enough that we're already almost touching. You're super close. What's up?
はい、これ。
What's this? An envelope? Is there a letter inside? Wait, don't tell me Katia has a crush on me. She sure is acting pretty nonchalant about it now.
あ、ちなみに言っておくけど、私じゃないからね。勘違いしないように。
Ah, okay.
私じゃなくて、さっき頼まれた伝言っていうのはこれのこと。
Huh? You mean the sender of this letter is Aya?
おっと、それ以上は口にしない方が安全のためだよ。
It's for your own safety, motherfucker. Do you want to get lynched?
Yeah, just get
A
shivved.
good old lynching.
Right. The jealousy I'd find myself faced with if people knew I got a letter from her would be unlike anything I've ever experienced before. But why would she just give me a letter?
そこまでは知らないよ。
A love letter.
私は頼まれただけだもん。むしろこっちが理由を聞きたいぐらいだね。一体何したのさ。
It's more like what
You
didn't
know,
he
watched her masturbate in a different timeline. Works really well.
I've been
という
told.
か、彼女かなり真剣だった。本当に心当たりはないの？
Nope, barely even talked to her.
ふーん。とにかく、ちゃんと渡したから。あとは星名に任せたよ。じゃあね。
Good luck with what though? For the time being, I had to my seat while making sure that nobody sees the letter.
では前回の続きから教科書の158ページを開いて。
He just does some weird, over elaborate, like fucking card trick. Lets the fucking letter vanish into his fucking sleeve. Hizashima is standing before the lectern, teaching class like usual. Meanwhile, I can't concentrate whatsoever. After making sure that the coast is clear, I take out the envelope I got from Karia. What could I actually possibly want with me? It's downright puzzling. Take a moment to calm myself before quietly opening the envelope. Take out the letter inside, unfold it, place it over my textbook. Please come to the occult club Occult Club's club room today after school. You'll find it on the top floor of the second building. I need to ask a favor of you. Man, her handwriting is really pretty. The letters have a touch of charm and cuteness to them, perfectly befitting Ayachi's image. But a favor, she said. I'm only more confused. What could you possibly need that would warrant specifically summoning me to the club room? But don't tell me she's gonna confess. Yeah, no fat chance. Barely even know each other, and I highly doubt a girl as pretty as her would be smitten with me from my appearance. So what does that even leave me with? It's a part of some dare. Just pure hearted to take part in games like that. No doubt Kari would go along with it for a reason like that. Seriously, what does she want with me? Keep pondering that throughout class, and eventually school is out. Quickly gather my stuff and exit the class. There are a few people in the hallway here and there, and none pay me any attention. And give the letter I received this morning another quick check. Today after school at the OC's club room, and it's just in me. I definitely didn't misread anything. I seriously had no clue what this is about. I seriously have no clue what this is about, but I guess I'll just go and see. I'm now standing before the door I discovered yesterday, leading to the OC's club room. Gotta get cold feet.
もしもし
Well, hello there. Yes?
おかけに何か用事あ、もしかして入部希望者
Weird observation. But he wasn't surprised, was he? That didn't feel like surprise.
Also, I have a perfect video to show both of you.
Yeah, we'll check it out after.
Great. It's a great video.
We've already wasted a bunch of time, and we're soon at a point where I feel it okay to end it.
Yeah, I have to leave soon, so should
Yeah,
close this
you
up
won't
soon.
have much to catch up on, basically. No, sorry, I just have to talk to someone in it.
あやちさんにあ、もしかして告白とかはやちさんかわいいもんね
No, nothing like that.
本当に別に隠さなくてもいいんだよお姉さん言いふらしたりしないから
I promise it's not a
Hearing
confession.
other things.
Please just drop that idea, Tokakushi.
あれごめんね失礼なことを聞いちゃうけど話したことあったかな
Nah, this is my first time. I just know who you are because you're the student council president. Sorry, forgot to introduce myself. I'm Hoshino Shuji.
星野くんね今後ともよろしく
Tokakushi is just as popular as Ayachi. That's my first time seeing her just up close, and I can see why she is.
んどうかしたかな
That's nothing.
それで結局のところ中に入る入らないお姉さん用事があるから中に入れてほしいんだけど
Oh, my bad. I didn't know I was in your way.
気にしないでいいよというより中に入らなくていいのそうだもし勇気が出ないなら私と一緒に入る心配しなくても私はすぐに外に出るから二人っきりにしてあげるってば
I guess I'll take you up on that then.
だって
I love Toko so much.
But just for the record, I'm not asking her out.
そんなに照れなくてもいいんだってば恋をするのは素敵なことなんだから
She then giggles slightly. Following that, she knocks on the door.
The
失礼
muffled,
するね
the muffle's the best
Konnichiwa.
part.
あやちさん戸隠先輩でしたかおやおやなんか気になる反応だねもしかして他の誰かを待ってたのかな
Like, Tokakushi is great.
Yeah. There
Like,
is a
you just-
reason why she's so popular.
You gotta love the smug.
Yeah.
Any smug is good.
それは もしかして待っているのは星野くんだったりするのかな？
Of course you would.
ほら星野くん、早く中に入ろうよ。用事あるんでしょ？
Urged on by Tarakushi, I slowly entered the room. Excuse me?
星野くん。二人の話の前にちょっと時間をもらってもいい？あやちさんに話しておかなきゃいけないことがあるの。はい。部室の件ですよね。
Club room. I'm a little curious, but sadly watched them without interjecting. Apparently the fact that Archie is the only member of the club is a problem. If she doesn't find any additional members by a certain time, she'll have to vacate the club room. Well, no surprises there. I'm sure there are plenty of other clubs and circles who would kill for a room this big.
10月までに部員数が規定の3人になれば問題ないはずだからね。そこは前に言った通りだから。はい、わかりました。ありがとうございます。ということで、私の話はこれでおしまい。じゃあ、あとは若い2人に任せてお姉さんは退散するよ。
Out of the corner of my eye, I just didn't read Mufufu, but read Mabufu. I think SMT
What?
is starting to mess with my brain.
I think so too.
I'm infested.
He is pretty obsessed. Pretty obsessed.
Look, I keep telling you, that's not what this is about.
ではでは。
Hirakushi waves goodbye with a smile and leaves the room. But as a result, has left me alone with Aichi. My nerves were starting to calm down, but not anymore. So Aichi Karia gave me a letter and said it was from you, but I just wanted to check. You didn't mean it for me, right? It's not some mistake, is it?
はい、そうです。
It's not partisan there either, right?
罰ゲームですか？
Ah, no, forget it. Guess it wasn't. Her puzzled look is more than enough to tell me that was a pointless worry. Yeah, she isn't the kind of person in that kind of person in the first place. So, let's get it right to it. What is this about?
ちなみにこの部屋を見てどう思いますか？懐かしいと思ったり、何か思うことはあったりしませんか？
Not sure what to say. I give it a quick survey just to make sure. Just looks like your average club room. The interior seems rather personally decorated. Well, it's all occult-related stuff. You know, I've been in this room before. I know that, so there's no possible way I'd feel nostalgia. No, not really.
そうですか。そうですよね。
Huh? Why is she frowning like that? I really don't get this girl.
星名くん、一つお願いがありまして。
Sure, what is it?
実は見てほしいものがありまして。
Are the intentions sinking in? Wondering what? Do you want me to watch something? What?
私の
Watch you?
私のオナニーを見てください。
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck out of here.
Come again?
ですから、私のオナニーです。
Huh? Are you talking about? What?
G です。マスターベーションです。一人エッチです。これだけ言わせて聞こえないふりをするだなんて意地悪すぎます。
And at the risk of being strangled to death by Daniel Nerdcute Hardcastle, hashtag have a wank.
It's not that I didn't hear you. I was just in utter disbelief. Why? Like, masturbation? Masturbation? Are you serious?
だってもう他に思いつく方法がないんです。こうなってしまった以上、オナニーを見てもらうことしか私には。
What in the actual hell is going on? Why is she the one counseling other people? She's the one who needs to go see someone about her problems.
Yep, I understand that.
Yeah.
that is a line. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna screenshot it.
今からテーブルの角でオナニーをしますから。もう私に残された道はこれしかないんです。
No, not the desk. He's innocent.
Is this an elevated form of persuasion?
What?
If she was trying to do a charisma roll in D&D, she definitely rolled on that one on this.
Not even normal masturbation, but table humping? Stop! Please! You shouldn't be doing this!
私じゃダメなんですか？私のオナニーなんて見たくありませんか？
Why is she asking me that? Like, what do you even answer with? But she does seem pretty distressed. Maybe I should just be honest. If you're being perfectly honest, I'm interested. I would love to see her masturbate, but...
じゃあします。
How desperate are you? No, just wait in 1 minute. Calm down. Take a few deep breaths.
話してください。私はオナニーをしなくちゃいけないんです。それを見てもらわないといけないんです。
There's no rule written anywhere that says that. Seriously, please just calm down. If you need someone to talk to, I can listen. Please, Ayashi. The two of us grapple with Archie frantically trying to remove her skirt and me desperately trying to stop her. How did this even come about? Why am I, a guy, currently trying to stop the most pure-hearted girl in the school from engaging in such a deranged, perverted act? Either way, I feel like I should stop this. I can perceive the desperation that's driving her to do this. I continued to fervently persuade her, and finally, after about 10 more minutes of back and forth, she has calmed down. I'm exhausted.
そんなかわいそうな目で私を見ないでください。
I'm not trying to.
ドン引きしてます。そんな目で見つめられて、頭のおかしい露出狂扱いされるぐらいなら、いっそ死にたい。
I've missed that look.
We haven't seen that face in a long time.
Indeed. Feels right back at home. Archie, you're scaring me. Please just calm down.
あやちさん。あやちさん。名前で呼んではくれないんですよね。
Huh? You want me to call you by your name?
いえ、いいんです。気にしないでください。あと、さっきのオナニー発言のことも忘れてください。
Everything alright? If you're going through some problems, I don't mind listening.
あれは違うんです。別に悩みとかストレスじゃなくて、事情があるんです。ちょっと特殊な事情が女の子にはあるんですよ。
Special circumstances, you say. Special circumstances that would make her want a guy... A guy to watch her masturbate. This is the occult club, so maybe it's some sort of black magic ritual? Yeah, no, even hentai manga wouldn't use a plotline that bogus. Either way, it doesn't look like she wants to tell me the real reason for her masturbation antics. If there's something troubling you, I'm willing to listen whenever. I won't tell anyone either. That, of course, I also won't tell anyone about what happened today, I promise.
ありがとうございます。
Not like anyone would believe me anyways. I can vividly picture it now. I'd get made fun of for trying to pass off my sexual fantasies as reality, and that would be it. So, back to the letter.
それは、呼び出させてもらったのは、主にオナニーのことだったんですが。
So, we both just forget that happened? Alright with you?
はい、大丈夫です。すみません、驚かせてしまいまして。
That's fine. Well, okay, probably not. I don't know if I should say this, but, you probably shouldn't say things like that to others.
わかってます。私だってあんなに恥ずかしいことを口にしたのは星野くんが初めてですから。
Yeah, I guessed as much. But it's gone.
Yeah. Well, he said he would be needed.
Oh no, he's
Take
still
him,
here.
man.
I'm back for a little bit.
Okay, still here then.
Oh, okay.
You're
For a
still
little bit
not
longer,
left
yeah.
us.
No.
So is there any
Sadly,
way I
have
can
to
help
walk
you?
this little room.
Yeah, but it's gonna have to leave soon, sadly. Let's try to get to a stopping point before. Well, all I'd really be able to do is listen. I'm not exactly the capable guy.
それじゃあお茶を飲んでいきませんか？私が入れますから。それでお話ができれば嬉しいです。
Sure. What do you want to talk about with me?
何でもいいんです。たわいない日常的な会話で構いませんから。
Okay then.
ありがとうございます。
I know I'll be perplexed, and Archie sighs a heavy breath of relief. It's a serious mystery. How am I making her feel relieved? As I just bet a confusion, Archie finishes preparing some coffee and puts it in front of me.
どうぞ。
Thanks. The moment I bring the cup to my mouth and take a sip, a refreshing aroma enters my nose that I immediately realize this isn't the instant kind. Man, that's good. I like this flavor. What kind is
ブ
it?
レンドなんです。でもよかった。好みは変わっていないんですね。
は？
あ、なんでもないです。
I should know what kind of coffee I like. Furthermore, she said she remembered if you actually met before. But why isn't she telling me? Is there some sort of reason? She begins staring at me as if trying to make sense of that remark. I feel a mixture of happiness and loneliness flow inside me from her. What a strange mix of emotions. Why would she be feeling these things while with me? If we did meet once before, I want to remember. Oh, I need to remember. So, what should we talk about?
あ、そうですね。それじゃあ、好きな食べ物とか聞いてもいいですか？
Sure, I don't see why not. What? What?
I didn't say
What?
anything. I was just clearing my throat.
Okay, so I'm just going insane again.
Yes.
Almost like I'm on a blind date. Almost feels like I'm on a blind date. So time goes on with us chatting about everything from our favorite food to our favorite school subjects and even my childhood. There's the slight bit of awkwardness every now and then since we're still trying to figure out the right level of intimacy, but the conversation never stops. Completely lost track of time. I'm on my fourth cup of coffee now. But despite all the time we've been talking, I haven't found a single clue as to how Hayachi knows me. Before I know it, my cup's empty again.
あ、おかわり入れますか？
Oh, no thanks. 4 cup is enough for my stomach. I've been thinking long and hard this whole time, but I can't think of anywhere we might have met. Considering how she brought up what coffee I liked, we would have had to have been friends too. I wasn't living here during my childhood, though. I doubt there were any places we could have run into each other. Also, doesn't help that out. She didn't mention anything about her past. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Might be a good idea to go home and check the photo albums. And maybe ask my dad too. After deciding upon that, I stand up from my chair. So Archie, it's about time for me to...
ちょっと待ってください。せめてもう一杯だけでも。
But...
That sounded really painful.
Following a really loud clunk, Ayachi crouches down and clutches her knee. Looks like she banged her knee against the table leg pretty hard. Are you? No, I guess you aren't. Want me to go fetch some salve or something from the infirmary? Now that I've seen this side of her, I wonder if Ayachi is secretly a big klutz. She seems so different from her usual image. Almost feels like a bit of a kid. Almost feels a bit like she's a kid. She's kind of cute. And I mean that differently than how I used it to refer to her looks earlier. All sorts of stuff has been scattered around her on the floor. Tarot cards, pentagram key holder, Celtic cross accessory, and so on. These and many other small items fell off the table when Ayachi banged her knee against it. Here, I'll help you clean up. You can just sit there and recover.
すみません。
Just hope nothing's broken. Bent down and start returning all the things from the floor to the table. As I do that, Ayachi
You gotta find the
surprisingly stares at
picture.
me again. Huh?
Is he gonna find the picture?
Who knows?
Well,
I told myself she wasn't telling me for a reason. But maybe I should just straight up ask her. Might be best for me to just apologize for forgetting about her. Sorry, Archie, this might be a rude question, but I need to ask it anyway. Have you and I met before? Feels like we have, but I can't seem to remember a thing.
その前世でと言ったら私のことをどう思いますか？
Huh. I guess that'd just be like, yep, she's not in the occult club for nothing.
すみません、忘れてください。今のはちょっと冗談を言ってみたくなっただけなんです。面白くなかったですよね。星名くんと私はこの学院に来て初めて会いましたよ。
She's not lying.
Oh, technically not.
Mm-hmm. I perceive a sharp pain from Ayachi's heart as she speaks those words. That's the truth. And why does she feel so heartbroken? Did we really meet someone before coming to the school? If we did, though, I don't remember. She isn't saying anything. What's the meaning of all this? What thoughts are going through her mind? What feelings is she feeling? What is she looking for from me? How much have I been hurting her over this past year just by avoiding her and not giving her what she wanted? I still feel more like Little in the dark, but even so I hardly regret ignoring her and those looks of sincerity she was giving me. Maybe I should have tried to understand her feelings sooner. Maybe I should have talked with her about it sooner. I hang my head as guilt wells up inside me. During that, my eyes find something peculiar among the items scattered on the floor. Huh? It's a very pretty stone. The shape of it is a bit rough around the edges. It strikes me as a shard or something. It's bright and sparkly. Can't help but find myself captivated by it. This shard here is really pretty. Is it a gem?
あ、それは大切な。
Huh? What's up with this? It's shining?
それって。
Keeps radiating this odd light as I'm holding it. My mind is in utter disarray. Can't comprehend what I'm witnessing at all. But I can feel a tangible warmth when looking at this light. It feels comforting and pleasant. What is this light? It's kind of warm. What is this light?
それは私にもそんな風に輝くのは初めて見ましたから。
Wait, really? Why is it... Ah! The light all of a sudden bursts outward, interrupting me mid-sentence. Paints my vision pure white, rendering me unable to see. My eyes! Reflects the color of my eyes with my arm. The mysterious light, however, not only obscures my vision, but my mind as well. When I come to again, I'm greeted by countless small feathers fluttering all around us. Where did they come from? Why are they glowing? I cut my hands and catch one of these mystical feathers. What the hell? This thing is burning hot. Why would a feather be so hot? Why is my body growing so hot too? It's almost like the feathers transferring the heat directly into me. The feathers gather in my palms increasingly. Then, after a few moments, they sink into my hands. Ah! What's going on?
手をにぎにぎさせないでください。何を想像してるんです？
Yep. This entire situation could have been solved if she, at the start, when first meeting him again, just yeeted the shard at him.
So it is true that throwing objects at your opponent works.
Just like fucking baseball throw the fucking shard at Shuji's head would have solved this situation.
この気持ちを自分でもなんて言えばいいのかわからなくて。
Interestingly enough, though,
初めてですから。
thus far it's only showing us events from her route, meaning that he.
好きです。私も大好きです。一日中考えちゃうぐらい好きなんです。それは、恥ずかしいですけど、今はこのぬくもりに包まれていたいです。そっちの方が重要です。少し時間がかかるかもしれませんが、私は絶対に幸せにしてみせますから。それでまた二人で心の底から笑い合いましょうね。
Memories completely foreign to me. Memories of Ayati and I together that I have absolutely no recollection of. They pour into me with the intensity of a raging flood. It feels like both my heart and my mind will be consumed by this inferno. Who is this person? He seems so happy. What in the world? The memories pay no mind to my worries and continue their invasion. That's when it all comes together. That boy is me. Myself from some other world, where me and Ayachi were boyfriend and girlfriend. It all started with me meeting Nene. Every very day I've spent with her since then was full of smiles and joy. We met purely by accident. I began to spend time together in the OC. The hole in my heart was being filled little by little. Never stumbled across her that... if I'd never stumbled across her that day, where would I be now? So, if there's anything I can do for her, I want to do it. I don't care if it's the only thing I can do. I just want Nene to at least have my feelings with her. I want her to know I'm always with her.
ダメだ。そんな何の意味もない賭けに協力することはできない。
Soma.
どうせ賭けるなら、分が悪くてもせめて勝つ可能性のある賭けにすべきだ。それならば協力しよう。
Huh? What are you trying to say? Stare away.
決しておすすめはしないが、星名くんがそこまで思い詰めているのなら、ネネが過去に戻った後で再び心に穴が開く可能性が高い。もしその穴が開いたら、今度は埋めることはできないかもしれない。
All my heart from Nene's disappearance. Would that be something worse than the first one I had? So that means there's a point in taking the fragments from me.
だが、心が砕ける可能性もあるんだ。どちらの方がマシということはない。どちらとも非常に危険だ。
So either fucked or fucked. Lovely. Let's take the fucked. That's more positive.
Yeah.
だから同じ危険を冒すのならせめて一縷の望みがある方が星野くんもいいだろ。
Of course, is there an option like that?
君がネネの魔女の活動を手伝うようになった理由を思い出してみればいい。
Our relationship first began when I accidentally found her masturbating. When I went to return her student ID to her the next day. Wound up sewing the fragments that she'd gathered and...
気づいたか？そういうことだ。過去に戻ったネネには心のかけらはもうない。だったら持たせればいい。
So essentially, the idea is to have the me in the world and then it goes to absorb the fragments of the me from this world.
それが叶えば君たちは再会できるかもしれない。だが正直分の悪い賭けだ。もし君の心が砕ければネネは一生そのことを悔やむだろう。自分と出会わなければそう考えるかもしれない。
So what? Not like she can make another contract.
Useful.
それに星野くんだって受け入れるとは限らない。ネネが自分の家庭を変えるように星野くんも自分の能力を受け入れているかもしれない。その場合あちらの星野くんには穴が開いていないかもしれない。もしかしたらそのかけらを拒絶するかもしれない。たられば話をあげればキリがないほど分が悪いんだ。それでも
I'll still go through with it. Please give me your assistance if possible.
分かったよ。
No, it's just fun. It's like so fucking done. Like, these people have no regard for their own safety. That was what ultimately led to these memories making their way to me. Along with it, I received the worries and fears that Hoshino Shuji felt. God, I'm just so worried. What would she actually be able... would she actually be able to find the happy life she wants? Maybe she'll have reservations about changing things and will suffer all alone because of that. I wouldn't be able to help her and comfort her if that happened. I wanted to find happiness. She suffered it long enough. She deserves enough happiness to make up for those years of pain and solitude. And if all that, and if at all possible, I want to be the one that brings her that happiness. Is that really me? It's almost unfathomable. Unfathomable. Fuck! That I would come to love a girl this much. It's just as hard to believe as that I was able to smile so sincerely. It almost feels like I'm looking at a doppelganger or something. Excuse me, who is he? I'm looking at a person who's me, but not me. To be honest, it's rather frightening. That's right.
Skinwalker.
Huh?
Skinwalker.
Oh no. I'm terrified beyond relief right now. Watching this person who has my body and my voice, but a completely different personality. It sends shivers down my spine. Yet at the same time, I feel a sense of longing in my chest. That guy is really me. Maybe I have the potential to be like that too. I've always told myself I needed to change. But I've never done anything about it. Do I actually have it in me? I want to know. I want to know if that person I'm looking at is me. It seems so foreign and so alien that it's hard to even imagine those words and feelings coming from the person I am now. But the simple fact that I can't imagine it only makes me determined to find out even more. I'll become familiar with the feelings pouring into me through this warm light. As to respond to that request, the light approaches me. If I come to learn and understand those feelings, I'd be able to treat other people with more sincerity. At some point, I just gave up on interpersonal relationships. And now I'm only capable of those shallow, non-committal types of relationships. If by some chance I was capable of experiencing those feelings in another world, maybe I also have the ability to seize them now, if I just reach for them. Slowly yet surely, I reach out towards the shining shard, emitting this warm light. The moment I clasp it with my hands, I feel my consciousness go blank as I absorb and become one with the me from another world.
Oh,
She's saying "oh," but she's fucking panicking because you fucking dropped.
Man had himself a moment.
Mhm. Ah! Ah!
大丈夫ですか星野くん。
Yeah, I'm good. But well, second thought, maybe not. Oh, my head freaking hurts. That may have been my own feelings and memories, but damn, it was still an awful experience having them all rush into me all at once. However, none of that matters now.
保健室に行きますか
Oh, when I see the face of the girl in front of me, my whole body heats up and begins trembling. It spreads to my brain, momentarily shutting it down. I love her so much. Feelings well up in my newly merged heart. It should be my first time feeling them, yet they feel so very wistful. This isn't to say they feel uncomfortable or wrong, not in the slightest. These feelings are real, impossibly real. I completely surrender myself to the emotion that was overtaking me and give her the most gentle smile I can muster. I'll be right, Nene.
それならいいんですが無理はしないで
I really do owe you an apology. I've hurt you, Nene, and it went on for far too long.
今ねねって
I guess I'll apologize for this too. It's complete rubbish now. I returned the shard inside my hand to her. It has completely lost its luster and beauty, now taking on a white color, as if it's calcified.
あれ白くなってこれってどういうことでしょうか
I used fragments inside of it to seal the hole in my heart. It became a part of me.
それじゃあ星野くん
Call me Shuji if you'd rather do that. Kinda like you two, honestly.
それって
It's all come back to me. That might not be the right way to put it. It's all kind of jumbled together. I feel like me, but not me at the same time. It may take a bit of time to get used to it. But I think I can do it. I'm not the exact same as the other me, but I know everything he did. I have all the memories of us together within me. I remember all the fun we had together, but also the pain I put you through all these years. I'm so sorry, Nene. But there's still one thing I have left to find out. Would you mind telling me, Nene? You able to find the happiness you wanted?
そんなの決まってます聞くまでもありません幸せじゃないに決まってるじゃないですか
Ben.
ずっと一人だったんですこれ以上未来を変えたら修士君と出会えないかもしれないってだからいろいろ我慢して頑張ったのに他の人ばっかり幸せになっていて私は以前のまま一人きりでようやく出会ったのに私に気づいてくれませんし避けるようになりますし果ては変態を見るような目で見つめてきますし
It was like
Yeah,
that in the previous world, though.
Yeah. You're the one who said something so ridiculous, Nene. Come on now, don't cry. Gently reach out my hand towards her. And I began to stroke my sobbing girlfriend's soft, silky hair.
泣かせたのは修士君じゃないですか嘘つき好きになるって出会ったら好きになってくれるって言ったくせに
Well, you should have just chucked the shard at me then. Sorry, Nene. So sorry. It may not be the same motion as Shuji that you fell for, but I have his love within me. I can feel it blossoming within me with every word you say. I just can't start calling you Nene without permission. Is that alright?
はい呼んでくださいもっとたくさん呼んでくださいやっと呼んでもらえる
Nene. I got rid of the text box. Please. Take the right screenshot. I'll say it again. I love you. Love you so much that I went to the past just so I could chase after you. I could feel my
Alright,
body
I
heating
have-
up like first furnace.
I must
Alright.
leave.
Take care,
I
man.
must go. My
Alright.
people need me.
So yeah,
Take care.
boys.
it's probably only a few more minutes anyways. Don't worry. I can feel my body heating up like a furnace just from all the passionate emotions you stir up in me. My feelings haven't changed one bit. Still love you in this world. You're my beloved, my one and only. This may feel a bit weird for me to be asking, but would you go out with me? I want to live every single day of my life with you.
ようやく言えます。今までずっと未来が変わるのが怖くて言えなかったんです。でもやっと言えます。好きです。大好きです。私はあなたのことが大好きです。愛しています。もう離れたりしません。
Sorry for everything. That must have been hard. In retrospect, honestly. I realized how terribly cruel I was to you.
私怒ってます。マジ怒です。
I fucking love every time she says the Maji Okotish. Fucking adorable.
There's a small duck with butter
Sorry.
knife.
許しません。絶対に許しません。今までの分をちゃんと埋め合わせしてくれないと許しませんから。
That's fine. I'm gonna need to take responsibility for that. But I have a more important request for you right now. I want you to be my girlfriend again.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
Imagine like the next day. How the fuck do you explain this to Karia and Kaido? Like, yes. He says that he like gets this odd vibe from her. Doesn't really like her. The next day, this is my honey boo. I hate the fact
What
that I
do you
said
use?
that. That I said that.
Yeah. That was a very unusual choice of vocabulary.
I just had to like try to make it as cringe as possible, just to like flabbergast the two as much as possible.
Yeah, that's just cloth but cringe-worthy levels of
Mhm.
cringe.
Thank you, Nene. Thank you so much. She smiles at me warmly as the tears just keep coming down. I always knew that this girl looks best with a smile on her face. It might feel a bit weird to say this, but since I gave you a farewell when you left, I'll go ahead and say it. Welcome back, Nene.
ただいま。
With this, she and I have finally reunited with one another. Nene continues clinging to me like she wants to dispel all her pent-up frustrations. It's been a long journey, but we're finally back in each other's arms. For Nene, it's probably been even more emotional due to all of the years she spent waiting. Our life begins anew, but we both know that there aren't any do-overs this time. We don't need them, though. We'll find enough happiness on our own. Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else were to do the same wish,
星野、部活に入るの？
would in that universe would that universe then be including her being sent back in time and having to do all that again?
Not got a clue.
Or would it be like from the base with her as a witch again, which means she would fulfill her wish, going back, which would create another world where the other witch didn't have a wish again, so she creates her wish, and therefore creating infinite multiverses. Just based on like one fucking detail.
Oh, pity's sake. Only to add that many details.
Anyway, sad we're ending it here.
Yeah, we've been absolute weapons.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's 3 hours overall. 3.5 maybe even.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say so as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Just want to see you next time. Bye bye.
Take care.